people, hello, subscribers, and everyone here. So I'm back with this radical Muslims. Do not fight the disbelievers, peaceful ones, and the peaceful hypocrites. Do not attack them, assault them. This is what the ayahs are saying. Shia religion, go to Shia religion. See this, how beautiful it is. Peaceful, non-violent. It is Zahra who doesn't know and who has taken the same, no, without knowing, without knowing, the same way the radical Muslims may be taking the Quran ayats or have taken the Quran ayats. Ah, what a thing. So, as we saw in Surah Nisa, it also, the exception God has put here, right? Let's go to, my friends are helping me in spirit. Thank you. American friends and all the European. Being lively, trying to. So, very lively. I sound. How do you do? I don't sound like an American. I'm not even a British. Okay. Except for those who take refuge. So this is where I left you off last in my previous live stream. And I'm continuing from here because it was long. And in the end, I said, radical Muslims, for you, this is not an absurdity from Allah. For me, it is, right? Surah 4, Ayat 89. The reason Allah gives here to find them, attack them, assault them, find them as they, turn away from emigrating in the way of Allah, these hypocrites, right? Then radical Muslims, why do you attack Shias and your own moderate Muslims for being peaceful? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to go to the exceptions. The exceptions, Surah 4 ayat 90. But if you take this, Allah gave a different reason here for turn renegades. When they turn away, seize them and slay them wherever you find them. Yusuf Ali translation. I didn't read it word by word, but just the meaning of this, right? Sahih International English translation. Then we also come to Surah. So all the exceptions are here. They don't fight you, don't fight them. Again, for the hypocrites, the same thing as for the disbelievers in Surah Baqarah ayat. And if you find them, what is this? You will find others who wish to obtain security from you and to obtain security from their people. Every time they are returned to disbelief, they fall back into it. So if they do not withdraw from you or withdraw from you from fighting you, because there it says, even if they turn away, kill them. Same surah, ayat 89. And then if they withdraw from you, the Shias will tell you it's in a battle, fighting you. If they withdraw from fighting you, but Allah lights up the words. So anyway, or offer you peace or restrain their hands from fighting you, then seize them and kill them wherever you overtake them, and those we have made for you against them a clear authorization. Why have you rushed to killing and all that, disbelievers and hypocrites whom you find in your own, you say they are hypocrites, your own religion, Islam, moderate Muslims and all this, and not take the time to read these ayats, exceptions and all. And never is it for a believer to kill a believer except by mistake. They're not apostates, they're not infidels, these believing hypocrites, according to you, moderate Muslims or progressive Muslims. But whoever kills a believer intentionally, so it's about a believer, and you're killing a believer, they're saying they're believers, and you're saying no, they're hypocrites. But you haven't even looked at the exception ayats. Or you have believed when you go forth in the cause of Allah, investigate and do not say to one who gives you peace, even, right? You are not a believer, aspiring for the goods of worldly life, wanting spoils of war. Here Allah tells you. So what have you done? So you also sometimes look at the uh, ayat, this ayat, without looking at those previous ayats of peace, peaceful hypocrites. Don't kill them. I can say that it is an absurdity. The reason here why kill them in Surah 4 ayat 89, but not kill them. The exception is there, but I say that exception is an absurdity. Okay, and again Allah repeats himself. So he says here again, I better look at this, right? So a if they you meet someone in the way of Allah, investigate and do not say to those who greet you with peace, you are not a believer, aspiring for the goods of the worldly life, whatever your nafs tells you, your ego tells you, right? We should kill them, kill them, kill them. You haven't even, radical Muslims, looked at these Quran ayats properly. And you would say, the Shias would say, I've made a mistake. The moderate Sunnis will blame me. All this while, I've made a mistake. But hold on, Shias, I'll let you know where I didn't make the mistake. So wherever I've made a mistake, well, you cannot blame me. Huh, I did not make a mistake because Surah, for me, not radical Muslims. For me, Surah 4, ayat 89, the reason for finding them and assaulting them and killing them, capturing them and killing them, is because they turned away from emigrating in the way of Allah. All right, and then the other ayats are just an absurdity, like these ones after Surah 4, ayat 89, and Surah 4. Then, if you say this also, the Sunni radicals take it in a different way. The tafsir is that they went out to get the disbelievers, right? So, yeah, so the tafsir we saw, Sunni tafsir or non Shia tafsir on Surah 4, ayat 94 in one of my previous live streams. So let's go. Surah 4. So this is how you would say, the Shias would say, these Muslims take this, the 4 ayat 94 tafsir. Again, it shows that, like in Surah 9 ayat 5, Abu Bakr said, kill those who do not, even if they pray but they don't give zakat. Kill them, or zakah, right? Charity. Or you have believed when you strike in the way of Allah, or it's like charity, zakah. Then be discerning. Okay, let's go to the tafsir. Let's see if I have to subscribe to this channel now, myislam.org. So, in the early days of Islam, and the greeting, Assalamu alaikum, was a distinguishing symbol of the Muslims. Islamic greeting. The Muslims also encountered a strange problem on the battlefield. Oh, so this is on the battlefield. So, as let's, okay, I'm not a religious scholar and we're just, I forget some things, so it's gone. The pop up. So, you know, let's online, a trial and error. I, I don't mean to hurt anyone, don't mean to give a lie to this also. My intentions are not this. Muslims also encountered a strange problem on the battlefield whenever a Muslim was in danger of being harmed and inadvertently by other Muslims during the fighting. He restored to either he resorted to either the Islamic reading or the Islamic creed. So this is on the battlefield, right? Then the Muslims are suspected this to be merely. So look at how in the battlefield also, for the Sunni Muslims say this. This was the problem, but the Shia Muslims would not bring this point, maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked Allama Tabatabai, and severely reproached the people concerned and never continued in the report. Muslims are now told that there was a time when they were scattered among different tribes of unbelievers. They were therefore forced to conceal the fact of being Muslim since they feared that they would be subjected to persecution and hardship. In those days, also, they had nothing else besides the verbal profession to testify to their faith. Later on, some time before these verses were revealed, God benevolently enabled the Muslims to develop a collective entity of their own and thus to raise the banner of Islam in the face of strong opposition from the unbelievers. That the Muslims should fail to appreciate the hardships which other Muslims were enduring and which they themselves had endured until not long before, and not to treat them with consideration, and forbearance, did not seem an adequate way of thanking God for his benevolence. This is Maududi's. Right now we go to Maududi's tafsir, and now we go to Ibn Ghatir. Greeting with salam is a sign of Islam. Till the end of the ayat. Tirmidhi recorded this is tafsir. So in the battle, and say not to anyone who greets you, you are not a believer. A man was tending. Oh, Aka Medipuya's tafsir, we saw what happened. So there was this that they were tending. It's the same thing, right? The man was tending his sheep, a Shia tafsir. And the Muslim caught up with him. He said, Assalamu alaikum. However, they killed him and took his sheep. Allah revealed the ayah. This is not even in the battlefield, right? So I was right about this. And say not anyone who greets you, you are not a believer. Seeking the perishable goods of the worldly life. Ibn Abbas said the goods of this world were those sheep. But you see, um, the messenger of Allah sent us to the area of Idam or Edam. I rode out with a group of Muslims that included. See, the messenger didn't say, no, no, you're not supposed to kill a person who is not even in the battlefield with you, right? So there was no objection to this by the messenger of Allah too. So you can see in the Shia tafsir, which Shias on this ayat, Surah Nisa 94, multilingual Quran. Very good. Shias. Oh, no, no, not very good. I mean, how can you do this? Anyways, I don't want to deceive you, be sarcastic. Very good, Shias. Made it now difficult. Who did this? I just had to search multilingual Quran and go there. So, Akamedipuya says a contingent of the Muslim soldiers appointed by the Holy Prophet was passing through a field, not a battlefield, a field in which a shepherd was tending his sheep. Being a new convert to Islam, as soon as he saw the soldiers, he said, Assalamu alaikum. But Uthman bin Zaid killed him and took possession of his herd. In this verse, Allah wants the Muslims to be discreet and careful when a person greets them in peace, and not to say you are not a believer in order to usurp the gains of earthly life. Immediately after the departure of the Holy Prophet from this world, Khalid bin Walid, the commander, you see, the Muslims blame Khalid bin Walid and maybe the others. But at the time of Prophet Muhammad, Akamedipuya should have mentioned that Prophet Muhammad objected that if they're not in the battlefield, how can you kill someone in the field tending his sheep, a shepherd? when they're not in the, you're not supposed to assault. Assault is haram. So you see, at times, if you take, how to put it to you, that do not fight them if the disbelievers, uh, believers do not fight the disbelievers if they are not fighting you, and do not attack or fight wherever you find them, the hypocrites, if they're not fighting you. So this is not the case in this event. A contingent of the Muslim soldiers appointed by the Holy Prophet. Somewhere the clues are that Islam doesn't, even the Prophet allowed them to kill them, but this was on the point of shouldn't have killed him because he was a Muslim. If he was a disbeliever, he would have been killed, and it's okay. I mean, like, sorry, if he was a disbeliever, not in a battlefield, it's okay to kill a disbeliever in a battlefield. Here, in this event, you see this, it's implied. The only problem was that you're not supposed to kill a believer like this, wherever you find them, or even like this, right? You're not supposed to kill a believer, but a disbeliever you can kill like this, tending a shepherd, tending his sheep on the field, you can kill him. You see this? So all Christians online, let me forget that now, right? Uh, Maybe Dr. David would not even, if I had to correct and show you his shorts on Surah Maida, it's 32 to 33. Maybe he will, but he won't even give, come with apostate prophet against me. But my channel is too small for his high and mighty, and my channels and Christians channels on YouTube and apostate prophet's channel for him to take much heed on this. What is Zara saying, right? Against him. That I have done this or that. Zara saying I've made a mistake. So I didn't even take a screenshot of that part where he covers it up, blaming the believers, Muslims, for covering this part up, Surah. Maida at 32 to 33 part, 33. Wage war. Those who wage war against Allah and the Messenger. How can the Muslims cover that part up with the red line? He shows with the red line, but how can the Muslims cover that part? Of course, you're supposed to fight those who fight you. And of course, Islam, as we are told, Shias know this very well, that Islam is a religion of peace, and when is a defensive religion, or whatever. However, so I'm putting it in short, right? Defensive wars. Islam fought defensive wars, never offensive wars, and this and that. And you even disregard the Surah 9, Ayat 120, and you can blame Khalid al Walid here, but you don't blame Prophet Muhammad here. I mean, this is really, However, the point was that the objection was not on killing a shepherd in a field tending his sheep, right? So it only says in this verse, Akamadipuya says, in this verse, Allah wants the Muslims to be discreet and careful when a person greets them in peace, and not to say you are not a believer. But if you're not only to say that, but to kill. Akamadipuya should have said, if he's not a believer, not to kill him, right? Tending sheep. Anyways, the Shias take that you're not supposed to kill anyone who are not fighting you, right? Or attacking you, and you're not supposed to even kill a hypocrite here. in Surah Nisa 89. Okay, sound is coming. Sound is coming. Alone. And somehow I always end up alone. Always. And please, I'm not a religious scholar. I may make mistakes, errors, online discovery also at times, and I can't prepare properly. So this is all I had to do for Surah 4 ayat recently. 94, right? Now you see what Aka Medipuya has said on this ayat also. Surah Baqarah ayat. Surah Baqarah ayat. Multilingual Quran. Al-Islam. How to search it out like this. Life has been the noble Quran. Let's put it. So he says for Surah Baqarah 193, 193, let's start from 190, Surah Baqarah ayat, second chapter of the Quran, going to 193, but, sees the polytheists renounce false gods. He's narrowed it down to the polytheists only in this ayah, not the disbelievers. And is this fair? You can still keep fighting. See, the general ayat you take, right? You take the general ayat Shias. Do not fight them if they're not fighting you. And then fitna, persecution is worse than whatever comes in fitna, worse than killing. And then it's about disbelievers. But here, Akamedipuya. And then if they see, stop fighting them. But here, now keep fighting them because of what? Right? Keep fighting them. Fighting evil should continue. Even if they are not fighting you and they want to run away, stop fighting you, you're supposed to continue, right? So continue fighting these evil power who have started fighting you. But then doesn't it go against that ayat, the one before this ayat in Surah Baqarah? If they cease from fighting you, then cease from fighting them. Yet this ayat, even the commentary goes against that ayat. So how can you take that ayat as a general ayat? If they cease fighting you, if they stop fighting you, stop fighting them. Stop fighting them. Stop fighting them. You say Zahra doesn't take that, and Zahra has, uh, you know, taking Muhammad Jafar or Jafar Muhammad Shia told me, commented, that I'm taking the Sunni way of the Quran. I'm not taking the Sunni way of the Quran. But wherever the Sunni way is right, I have to say it's right, right? Wherever the Shia way is right, I say it's right. So this, please see, I'm not, I'm just trying to, what's happened to me, problem that can't sit in the dark anymore. I have to have a lamp on and I have to quickly, let's see, charge this. Then put it on. Sorry, excuse me. So if they are not fighting you, stop. If they stop fighting you, stop fighting them. Now, why is the contradiction? Do you see? Fighting evil should continue. Fighting evil should continue even when they are not fighting you. So, how can you take that ayat to tell me to also take that ayat as a general ayat? They're not fighting you. They've stopped fighting you. So, stop fighting them. Now, I had to go through all that deep, right? I had to. जब दे आयत भी है कि अगर आपको फाइट नहीं करें ये डिसबिलीवर्स इवल बेस्ड पीपल तो नहीं फाइट करें स्टॉप करें लेकिन फितना is going on fitna continues okay but fighting has stopped they've stopped fighting you देखे ना तो फिर वो आप कैसे पहली वाली आयत इससे पहली वाली आयत आप लेते हैं जनरली शियाज ये बताएं और फिर हम लोगों को ब्लेम करते हैं देखिए मैं इधर आई हूँ आपके लिए होलिस्टिक कि ये छोड़ दें इससे मैं आपको फोर्स नहीं कर रही हूँ मैं आपको बता के, समझा के, दिखा के बोल रही हूँ। आपका होलिस्टिक अगर पीसफुल आपको ये लगता है कि ये चीज़ होलिस्टिक हीलिंग हेल्प करना चाहती हूँ, मुझे एक चांस दें। कि आएँ आप और मुझे कहें कि मैं झूठ बोल रही हूँ, मैं ये कर रही हूँ। मैं आपको आपका हियर आफ्टर मैंने तबाह कर दूँगी अगर आप जो हमारे शिया छोड़ दें ये रिलिजन। ऐसा नहीं है, मैं भी शिया थी। इस पे तो मैंने गौर किया है और बहुत देखें सोच समझ के, गौर करके, रिसर्च पूरा करके आह, तो अच्छा अगर आप समझते हैं आपका रिलिजन चले आप करें लेकिन मैं आपके लिए अच्छा ही वो आप चले होल्ड ऑन टू दिस रिलिजन राइट और फिर आप लड़े मरे आई मीन सॉरी डिफेंड करते रहें अपने आप को लाशें उठाते रहें अपनी जब बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हो खुदा न खास्ता आई होप कभी हो नहीं बाय योर मुस्लिम रेडिकल मुस्लिम्स एक्सट्रीमिस्ट ये वो टेररिस्ट जिसको फिर आप और आपके लिए आप क्यों ऐसा आधा ले रहे हैं लाइक ऐसा सही आप नहीं ले रहे हैं हमें बार बार और अपने आप को भी कह रहे हैं कि इस्लाम इज अबाउट डिफेंसिव वॉर्स तो फिर क्यों कंटिन्यू फाइटिंग व्हेन दे हैव स्टॉप फाइटिंग फितना है बट दे हैव स्टॉप फाइटिंग यू फितना अभी तक है नो डाउट बट दे हैव स्टॉप फाइटिंग यू अब कंटिन्यू फाइटिंग दैम और फिर मैं आका मेदी पुया का ये भी नहीं लूंगी ये नहीं लूंगी मैं Deen should be only for Allah makes it clear that the purpose of fighting in the way of Allah is to remove persecution, corruption, and mischief, which suppress liberty. ये तो मैं नहीं ले सकती हूँ आपके यहाँ लिबर्टी कहाँ है फ्रीडम कितना है चॉइस नहीं है अपोस्टेट्स को नहीं है आप लोगों को नहीं है टू लीव रिलीजन और क्रिटिकल अप्रिसिएशन करना क्रिटिकली क्वेश्चन करना अपने दीन को ठीक है अपने मौलाना को जाए क्वेश्चन करें और देखें कि ये लेकिन अगर इनके अगेंस्ट गए तो फिर आपका देखना क्या हशर होता है अपोस्टेसी में शायद मार भी डालें आपको बोलें कि फतवा दें कि इसको मार डालो अपोस्टेसी किलर ओह सॉरी किल हिम शिया में है 12 शिया होलिस्टिकली देखें ना ठीक है आपको अगर इफ यू वांट अभी कंटिन्यू फाइटिंग बिकॉज फितना इज देयर दे स्टॉप फाइटिंग यू अभी ये एक्सक्यूज मिला है अल्लाह को तो वो आप कैसे जनरली यूज कर सकते हैं अभी ये तो माने कि आका मेहदी पुया ने Aka Medipuya has said, makes it clear that the purpose of fighting now, meaning in the way of Allah, is to remove persecution, corruption, and mischief. Not because they are fighting you. अभी आप क्या कहेंगे अभी आप कैसे हमें कहते हैं बार बार कि वो आयत लें but if they desist then surely Allah is forgiving merciful surah same surah ayat 192 surah Baqarah हाँ फिर आप हमें कैसे बोलते हैं persecution is fitna is worse than killing अल्लाह ने कहा है and kill ये तो ऑफ कोर्स दे फाइटिंग यू राइट अभी आपको समझ में आया कि आप बार बार वो रिपीट करते हैं कि इस्लाम इज अबाउट इफ द नॉन अभी आका मेहदीपुया ने भी सूरह मुमतहाना में यही कहा कि द नॉन मुस्लिम डिसबिलीवर्स सॉरी नॉन वायलेंट डिसबिलीवर्स मीनिंग नॉन मुस्लिम्स डोंट fight them don't even harm them don't even think of be just with them be equitable right लेकिन अभी देखें आपका आका मेहदी पुया शिया कह रहा है क्या कह रहा है शिया एग्जीजीट तफसीर एक्सपर्ट ये भी कह रहा है ना अब फाइटिंग तो इनके तरफ से बंद स्टॉप्ड लेकिन आपको कह रहा है कि ये कंटिन्यू फाइटिंग कंटिन्यू अब कितना मैं कॉग्निटिव डिसोनेंस में चली गई इतना मैंने जो डिटेल में मैं आका मेहदी पुया के तफसीर में मैं गई went into the tafsir of Aka Medipuya in detail You see, I missed fight evil should. So what did I miss in my recent previous live streams on this tafsir, Shia tafsir? ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं करें इंसान, फिर ये मिस करें वो मिस करें और फिर उधर जाके उधर वो दिखाएं कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन। उस पे भी मैं चली गई थी और दिमाग मेरा खराब हो गया और ज़्यादा मेंटल इश्यूज हो गए और ज़्यादा more increased. But I'm going to get a hunch shoulder back also. Okay, तो कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है। हम तो यहाँ मरने आए हैं, आप शहीद होने आए हैं, हम अपोस्टेसी पे मरने आए हैं, रिस्क आवर लाइव्स ना। ऐसा लगता है पैदा इसलिए हुए थे। That's why I was born, for the truth. Now, how can you say that? Take that. Well, you can't say that. Please see this. मुझे भी आप इतना वो कर दिया पैनिक कि आप ये पढ़ेंगे फिर वो फिर मुझे कहेंगे कि ये तो continue fighting them even when they have ceased fighting you. And what is the ceasing mean? Desisting mean for the polytheists. Renounce false gods and idol worshipping. बेचारे इनको तो आप ही मार ही दें, अगर ये मुसलमान नहीं हुए, इनको तो पॉलिटिक्स को तो आप मार ही दें। फाइट, इफ दे डोंट बिकम, यू हैव टू किल देम। छोड़ेंगे थोड़ी, छोड़ना थोड़ी है शिया मुस्लिम्स, नॉट सपोज्ड टू लीव देम। जब आसानी, सिंपल, फ्रेश आए थे, एम्प्टी, कहीं कहीं आई मेक मिस्टेक्स बट नॉट इन दिस मेन जस्ट इज दिस पॉलिटिक्स को तो मार ही दें। अच्छा, डिसबिलीवर्स जो क्रिश्चियंस या क्रिश्चियंस एंड जूस हैं उनको छोड़ दें, लीव देम। हाँ हाँ, or Christians stop, what do they care about these politics? Moses' law में है, Moses' time में है, Midian, कि ये pagans को मार डालो. What do they care about these? What do they care about justice and anyone? They just care about their religion and Jesus Christ, come to Jesus Christ, right? सबको यही परी है लगता है. All they know, all they do, come to Jesus Christ. Do they care about this? देखो क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस ने क्या भी कहा है इंडियंस के बारे में, डंग में है ये वो, लेकिन इंसाफ इनका नहीं है। इंसाफ पॉलिटिक्स के अगेंस्ट नहीं है। इनको मार डालो, ठीक है, हाँ इनको मार डालो, क्रिश्चियंस को छोड़ दो। क्रिश्चियंस के पीछे पड़े हैं मुसलमान, और शिया को क्यों मारो? हाँ, so the parliament and the United Nations and David Wood can go, Christian Prince can go, Arif Ajakia can go to the European Parliament. जब वो मुसलमान थे, अभी तो वो हिंदू हो गए हैं, लगता है सनातनी। But before that, he was also telling me over the phone, or was it email? What do you think of radical Muslims, like the extremists? मैं इधर, I've come here for truth, holistic, seeing it properly, and then why hang on to this religion? For what? That it is peaceful? तो आप justice नहीं कर रहे. You're not doing justice to these polytheists. He's narrowed down to polytheists, but at least he's narrowed it to polytheists to kill them, fight them, kill them if they don't renounce false gods. What this would mean, right? Imply in this verse, worshipping and come into the fold of the true faith Islam and believe in the one and only true God. Okay, the polytheists are terrible according to Moses' time, Midianites, and all this at that time, and they were killed, disbelievers were killed. This is the way of Allah, has been, all that. In the Old Testament, you can see Aka Medipuya is given all this here, right? Medians, it's worse. They just killed the disbelievers, pagan polytheists, pagan gods, devils, right? Kill them. I'm just saying that, is it So, but to the, they're not fighting you. It's not consistent. Although Akamedi Puya is narrowed down to, but he has. Meaning kill them. Kill these polytheists if they don't embrace Islam. Huh? Goodness, where? My God. But it is, right? You can't deny this, right? So, what is the ayat again? And fight with them until there is no persecution, and religion should be only for Allah. But if they desist, if they stop, now the they here becomes polytheists, not all disbelievers. So he's narrowed it down to polytheists. Then there should be no hostility except against the oppressors, right? Now, who are the zalimin who don't renounce their gods? So keep fighting them until they become Muslims. There is force. Okay, you're not going to kill. If they don't, then you're supposed to kill them, right? Destroy the power base. Evil, evil power base. Destroy it. If they desist, means when the polytheists. He's narrowed it down to the polytheists. Khush ho jao. Christians are happy, Jews are happy. But I'm on justice's thing. And what is true here? You keep showing that if anyone, any disbeliever, meaning polytheists, all that, don't fight you, don't fight them. If they want a peace with you, security with you, and then you can blame Abu Bakr and Surah. I talk too much. Surah 5, Surah 9, Ayat 5 on the tafsir. Right? This is what you've been doing. So you can go and say Islam is about peace, right? But how true are you? Also, see this. When they don't fight you, don't fight them. Polities have stopped fighting you for God's sakes. Fitna is worse than killing. And the polities, Christians be happy. Renounce false gods. These polities who worship false gods and idol worshipping. तो आपको कोई क्रिश्चियन नहीं आके बोलेगा कि शिया रिलीजन इज आप देख रहे हैं इधर भी क्या जस्टिस है क्रिश्चियंस में क्या जस्टिस है सब अपना कर रहे हैं अपना देख रहे हैं ईच वन फॉर हिमसेल्फ ग्रुप्स बनाते हैं और बड़े माइटी माइटी इनके चैनल्स हैं एक्स मुस्लिम अहमद तभी तो कोऑपरेट कोई नहीं करता है कि लेट्स कम लेट्स टॉक लेट्स ऐसे थोड़ी कोई करेगा किसका बाप मर रहा है किसकी मां मर रही है मारी जा रही है रेप हो रही है सेक्स स्लेव्स दैट्स व्हाई द क्रिश्चियंस केयर कि इनके कभी रेडिकल वो इनकी मां बहनों को who cares about the polities false gods or polities women polities mother polities daughter polities sister ये क्रिश्चियंस भी नहीं केयर करते हैं मुझे पता है मैं इनसे ठीक है ना क्या बताऊं उनका भी क्या हशर नशर है पाकिस्तान में कैसे हैं किसी में भी जस्टिस नहीं है पूरी तरह होलिस्टिकली बट देन हु इज गुड तो महेश चौधरी नाउ हु इज गुड if this is not good, Christians are not good. Yes. So I have to say where they're not good. What do you mean by who is good? Please rephrase this question. If no one is good, stick to Christianity? Huh? I'm. So you're saying polities, no, Christians are good. Okay, Christians are good. Go away. Go away. Get lost. Okay? Your Christians are very good. Did I say that? Don't put words in my mouth now. Did I say no one is good? Allah is good. Jesus Christ even said, I'm not good. Don't call me a good teacher. Good, good, good. Ask Jesus Christ then. Go. Who is good? Go ask Jesus Christ who is good. Don't put forth this question to me like this. I had enough of you. Mahesh Chaudhary. Enough. Go ask Jesus who is good. Don't put this question like this on me. And turn this. For your own safety, you are retracting the messages here. I'm going to screenshot this. Every message you put here, Mahesh Chaudhary. And I'm going to go to your channel and see who the hell you are. Paul Toffer and these Christians? Who do you think you people are? I'm going to post against you on my channel, YouTube. Is this the way to ask a question? Wouldn't be surprising if you are a pro-Shia Christian. Don't you ever dare come here. I'll ban you now. Katia low-graded, dodgy, deceptive man. Don't call me good. Go ask Jesus who is good then. Putting the question like this, like a devil advocate's devil. Devil's advocate. Mark 10, verse 18. Jesus said to him, now you've come on the thing of good. Who is good? Why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone. Berehem. Question भी नहीं आता है put forth करना कैसे? Who is good? That means if you're saying the Shias are not good, the Shia tafsir is not good, then who is good? And the Christians are not good, then who is good? Where is justice in Christianity? Where's justice for the polytheists? Huh? What about the question of justice? Wrong question. Don't do that, devil's advocate. If you now come here, I'm going to ban you. What about the point on justice for these polytheists? Yes, kill them, false gods, keep fighting them. They are the fitna, they are the evil power base. And you Christians can go scot-free with the Shia Islam. And what do you care? What do you care about? Only yourselves, but only yourselves and your self-interest in your religion. And if they desist means when the polytheists renounce false gods and idol worshipping and come into the fold of true faith, Islam, and believe in the one and only true God. Now, Akamedipuya has narrowed down to polytheists from disbelievers. Only the polytheists. And moreover, these polytheists, not the Christians and the Jews, polytheists, disbelievers. I can show you Surah Maida, it's there. The Christians and the Jews have become polytheists now, called polytheists by Allah. Disbelievers also. But now these poor Akamedipuya has boiled it down to, narrowed it down to the polytheists who are false gods and idol worshippers, to fight them until they give up their false gods and idol worshipping. Idol worshipping, noteworthy. I don't think Allah can call the Christians and the Jews and the Christians, idol worshippers and worshippers of false gods. You see? So where is justice for these polytheists? And where is that ayat you keep repeating and giving to others? Huh? Christians, Shias. Shias, to take it as the general main ayat against the disbelievers, but not against polytheists who worship false gods and who worship idols. You can't give that ayat for these polytheists who worship false gods. Leave the Jews and the Christians, keep them with you. Okay? Keep them with you. Thank you very much. Keep your high and mighty channels and you Indians and God knows Shias with the Christians, and your eloquence and your erudite, your knowledge to yourselves now. And keep these questions, these devil's advocate type questions, to yourself. Don't come here with these questions. I've had enough of you. Merciless people. You don't come here for justice for everyone. So don't come here. Very few I see are for justice in Christianity, Mahesh Chaudhary type people. Indian Christians also. Forget it. Don't subscribe to my channel. If you are not for justice.
We'll be back
You
until
want to
then.
just
Thank
defend
you so much.
Christianity. And Shia Islam.